Where is the Gajuma guy? No. Here he is. I think that's him. Yeah, here we go. Do you have just some business with Chief Iga? Fuck. Would you like to speak with Chief Iga about the history of the Brasilia? I see you very well inside. However, that Gajuma is not allowed to go inside, understand? Understood. I shall wait here then. Ani, Titidi, you should stay here too. Why? A lot has happened to come up with picking up the medicine. I see, in light of that, Mao, can you go by yourself? Why do I get the feeling that I'm treating like a kid? Because you're a kid, aren't you? I'll go with you. Everyone has like the same height. You're going, Hilda? Don't I look like a Huma? No, that's not. I'm sorry. Let's go, Mao. Hey, Claire, don't you come too? I don't want to go with just Hilda, you know? Getting upset about being treated like a child simply makes you even sound more like one. Well, I'll just be a kid anyway. Nah. So let's go, Claire. Yes, I'll go then as well. Well then, we'll be back soon. We'll remain here. Mao, you go with those two for us. A new show of faces, I see. And the young lady in Miss particular. I have never seen such an elegant miss like yourself in this town before. Can you not say I'm speaking with a young lady now? How may be of service? Please pardon the sudden intrusion. We're conducting a research on Kalegi's ancient history. We have come before you, Lord Iga. Is there anything that we can simply... There's something we simply must ask you. You exhibit great pures, despite your youth. I would expect as much as from a Huma. There are none as such as yourself among those barbaric Gajumas. You have won my favor. Request anything of me. Thank you very much. 'Tis forthright of us, but we'd like to inquire about the power of darkness. The power of darkness? You are familiar what it means to us Humas, I presume? It is highly instructed as a sacred power and is said to have been submerged in an unknown spring by the people of ancient times. Lord Iga, you came with the belief that you would surely have knowledge about that spring. Ah, I see. I would not waste a moment imparting information to a young woman such as yourself, but I lack the knowledge of which you speak. My understanding lies with the sole clue, the key. The key? It appears that my forefathers sealed the power of darkness within a spring using a key, then split it up into two parts. Each tribe was allotted a piece to protect. However, no key or any such item has been handed down in my family. Perhaps it was appropriated by the Gajumas over the years. They view the power of darkness as an abomination. They may have concealed the key. There are two keys. If I had the key in my possession, I would like to believe that I too could obtain the power of darkness and grant my heart's desire. However, I know nothing. He's like, believe me, dude, I would use that shit. Hey, don't you want to go ask him about the little more detail? There's nothing for him to go into detail about, so I guess we'll have to take a look around. This is... The emblem depicted here is part of family's coat of arms and attests the excellence of Humas of Brasilia. Brazilda, whatever. The excellence of humus? It would appear the flowers which adorn the emblem, the rose or the lily. True words ne'er been spoken. Oh, you must excuse me. For a mysterious reason, I feel compelled to speak courteously when we exchange words. Ha ha ha. Which is, as you say, a rose that embodies truth, and the lily that which embodies hope, are detained in this banner. Oh, rose is truth? I thought it was like rage or something. Is there any folklore concerning the flag? Amidst the darkness, we arrive at the truth. Amidst the darkness, we shall seek out hope. It is an ancient poem that was sung when the humans were able to acquire the power of darkness. There is simply no telling as to the weight that this poem bears, don't you agree? Yes, there is certainly no question that the power of darkness is something of great importance. Yes, indeed. If you so wish, feel free to take this banner with you. It will surely prove useful in your studies. Thank you very much. You got the Huma flag. So, that's... it didn't even like fade in, it just cut over. So that's since Claire got him to spill the beans for us. Claire did? It seems Ego was pleased with her extremely graceful manner. Yeah, it was amazing. It was a queen-like way she spoke. She almost sounded like the real thing. She did? Yep, it's a far cry from Hilda, that's for sure. No, not at all. I was only minding my manners. So in the end, we didn't find the map or the key. Feels like we should throw in the towel already. But it feels like we should go back to the inn and think things through one more time. Nod. So there were 2 keys needed to uncover the spring. I wonder if we had the countermeasure to prevent one side from gaining the other hand. At any rate, let's try to give this some more thought in a quiet place. Since when have you known how to speak like that, Claire? I whirled when I was in the company, with the queen. You learned it from Agate? Yes, that is correct. God, there's so much awkward sexual tension in this game. Amidst the darkness, we arrive at the truth. Amidst the darkness, we shall seek out hope. Doesn't the folklore surrounding the Huma emblem seem somewhat out of place? The rose stands for truth and the lily stands for hope, right? There's nothing wrong with it in terms of the so-called language of the flowers, though. Arrive, seek out. I have a feeling that the sequence of the verbs is reversed, but... Sequence? Was there even an order of things to begin with? Alright, we should try putting together everything that we know so far. You're right, yeah. Let's return to the inn and think things over. I can't seem to activate those new special ones. Is the power of darkness nothing more than a myth after all? Not to mention the discrepancy between the story of the humans and the Gajumas. Something holy and something abominable. A spring, a map created by both races which was left behind. A key that was split into 2 parts. It's hard to say whether or not the stories were inconsistent or if they're just bits and pieces right now, but at this rate the stories about the power of darkness was going to end up in the same condition as this town. What's wrong, Ditere? This is getting on my nerves. Around here it's nothing but Huma this, Gajuma that. Doesn't it sound anything kind of talk, just plain stupid? I think I understand how you feel. But doesn't that have something to do with the Gekioris, if we take care of that? I know, it's just something written on the stone tablets, but is it really just that? This isn't something we can just ignore. It's starting to bother me too. I start thinking and one thing ends up leading to another. How different in the race and... How are we different? What's the difference anyway? This relates to the power of darkness, but there's something that caught my attention. It feels as if there's a good number of things that exist in pairs in the village. The key that was used to seal the spring was separated into two parts, correct? Therefore, if we make two into one, then wouldn't be able to find the key, that is all. Now that you mention it, there are indeed many things that are grouped in twos in Razilda. Two races, the different perceptions of the power of darkness, the tribal leaders. I wonder exactly which group of two we should combine. Something that acts like a key, that should be. Oh shit. What the fuck? Things in both in the village come in groups of two, something with both races. Each has a flag, the emblem depicted with those flags. The emblem of each race, how do we put those together? Well, that's... How about if we have them alternate, if we flip one of them upside down, that is? This is it. It's the emblem I saw on the flag at the inn. Huh? So the Brazilian flag was simply something that was created by combining the flags of both races? If we do that, then the map of which this cooperation of the two races might be this emblem. The map is the emblem? Wait a minute, are you saying that the poem that which is associated with the emblem of each race is the key and that the Brazilian emblem is the map? If you think about it this way, it also explains what the innkeeper told of us. As I recall, it was within the passage of time we raise our voices as one therein the path unfolds, wasn't it? In other words, if you combine the poems to serve as a key and sing them out loud in the spring indicated on this map, then you can obtain the power of darkness. Doesn't that make sense to you? Yeah, but if that's the case, then all of the stories become one. Okay, but where is the spring? Let's think about it. If the human Gajuma emblems are on the map, then it must be some sort of cue. I got it. The flowers which are depicted on the emblem indicated the location of the spring. And where would that be? How am I supposed to know? But you know, for some reason it just occurred to me that we've seen all the spot where all four flowers in bloom. It was no doubt a lovely flower bed, am I right? I was a fool in getting my hopes up, for starters. Do these four flowers even grow in the same area? You know, I have a feeling we just saw this type of landscape around somewhere. It's a real thing, not a picture. Where do you see it? A place that actually exists, then it should be somewhere the spring located. Oh, that's what she said. Never mind. It's no use, I have no idea. Why don't we try going outside? You might remember something. Where did I see that flower bed again? How about you try to remember where you've been of late? Oh, this is it. The shop. Really? Yeah, the 4 flares are shown in the emblems are laid out right in the top, right in the shop, right? Yeah, it seems that way. I just remember this. I feel like something was a bit off when we passed by it earlier. A bit off. It doesn't seem like anything's out of the ordinary here. Yeah, I know, but even so,